glorious glory ends. Only Carolina
Hello everyone,
managed to escape.
it's Shadefire here, and
Where are
welcome
we
to
now?
episode 8 of Let's Play Afterfall
City,
InSanity Extended
sky.
Edition. Last
These
time
are
we escaped from the
paradise.
shelter, and now we're on the surface.
The last inhabitants of the shelter who survived the plague of madness. And at the same time, the first who managed to reach the surface. But I'm forgetting someone. I haven't seen the Colonel in person since the beginning of this mess. No wonder. People like him always have an emergency plan. Sadly, it usually only includes one.
Turns out the Colonel was actually an AI the whole time. And no one's ever seen him in person. I'm just guessing here. Zeus. It says something really, really small under that, but we have no way to zoom anymore. All of our weapons are gone. Of course. Because that happens every time you load a checkpoint.
Looks like I have to take a detour, though.
Maybe I missed something at the end of last episode, but how do we know that Carolina escaped? I mean, she just kind of went out of the Overseer's chamber. Colonel's chamber. What is powering this TV? It's not even plugged into anything.
What? People? On the surface?
Now, he's incredulous about this, but we're also walking around without a gas mask or anything, and the surface is supposed to be lethally radioactive. Though I'm guessing that was maybe a bit of misinformation.
Hey, you there!
Turn on our handy-dandy flashlight. Alright, looks like we got some sort of shanty town set up here. Ow.
It's falling apart here.
What is that? Is that like a USB stick? Apparently seeing shanty folk on the surface is freaking us the hell out.
God damn, that was too close. So, the key is in the pot.
Alright. Gotta find a pot. Oh, we got mind blasted or something. Oh, the flower pot. I thought an actual pot. Mystery meat. That's always good to find on the surface.
I need to find another way.
Press.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Why is there a perfectly preserved head on here, and how did it get removed from its body? Did someone just come by and go, oh, someone got stuck in the door trap again, and cut off the body and leave the head there?
I wonder what this is for. It must provide power to something nearby. It's not working. I need to find a way to open this door.
Why? Why are we just breaking into the safe?
Someone's trespassing, I'm sure of it. I see footprints on the dusty floor, and each goddamn morning the door handle is tilted. They must have made a copy of my key. Fucking burglars! No one's gonna enter my home. My security system is complete. No one! Let them try. Can't wait to see that.
Trap? That's what I was looking for.
Alright, apparently we need fuses.
Maybe rigged with another little surprise. Got it. Shit. One more fall like that, and... You.
I'm scared, Doctor. I feel like the whole world is turned against me. Do you know that feeling, Doctor?
You son of a bitch. Why have you done all this?
Oh, that tone is uncalled for. Every citizen of Glory who truly desired freedom wanted this. I was merely a hand that made their wish come true. Don't look at me like that. You were no different. You despised all those rules and all the people following.
No, I was frustrated with them, despised. I despised only the thing they represented. I never hated them. They were innocent people. They didn't deserve such a fate.
Oh, please. No one is innocent. They allowed for a police state just to live a little longer. A life like that is not living at all, Tokaj.
It doesn't justify killing all those people.
It does.
Just because they didn't share your worldview?
Yes.
Just because they were in your way?
Yes.
And the Colonels.
No.
What?
That old prick, well, let's just say he served as a catalyst for the inevitable. But I never killed anyone on his behalf.
What?
This session is over, Mr. Tokaj. It's time for you to move on.
Wait! It's not over. Not until I say so. You hear me? I'll get you!
He wasn't acting on the Colonel's behalf?
So there's our mystery Saboteur, who is mysteriously on the surface with us now. It seems pretty obvious that the mystery Saboteur is probably a figment of our imagination, and we were actually the ones that killed everyone. If that's the case, it's not being very subtle about it, considering that the guy is covered by those like haze lines that we had in our dream at the beginning, and also the fact that we never see his face. Maybe our own little symptoms of the confinement syndrome. At least that's what it seems like. I mean, maybe they won't be completely obvious about it, and it'll be something different.
I hope it powered that heavy door. It's just a regular apartment. What's with all this security? Ah, yes. History of psychology. Know this masterpiece by heart. Great leaders, great madness. Biographies of ruling madmen. I can think of one more name that would fit the collection. Of retaking Eastern Poland. Kaiser's embellished biography. Still an engrossing book, mainly thanks to the protagonist. Sniper's Armory. Usage, maintenance, evidence removal. A classic example of an instant bestseller. Jan Tomasz Passow. Selected poems. Representative of New Poland post-war period. Too much pathos. Hardly interesting. Of retaking Eastern Poland.
Okay, we already got that one.
Kaiser's embellished biography. Still an engrossing book, mainly thanks to the protagonist. From Łucznik to Archer Arms, History of Arms Merger. Another tale of a Polish company saved by Americans after the war. The Last Cruise of Krogolets. Book adaptation of a movie. The movie was better anyway.
A book adaptation of a movie? Instead of the other way around? Alright, so we need some sort of weapon to break out of here. Why does my flashlight keep turning off?
Jesus Christ! For the love of God!
Well, I know the post-apocalyptic society isn't exactly great, but that's no way to get ahead. I'm sorry.
Maybe I can find a way to use it. Other than...
Alright, I pressed the button. Albert Smash. Now, why would we ever get rid of this firefighter's axe? It looks a little different from the one in the shelter, but maybe it's just been a while.
Another one.
Seems pretty surprising that if they're
City lights are still working.
apocalyptic people, they're living right beside the shelter.
It's all over. Because everyone is dead.
A lot of those windows don't look very broken for 30 plus years past apocalypse. Apparently people don't like the sight of us. Everyone's just running away. Maybe it's all the blood from the inhabitants of Glory that are all over us.
No. Persecution complex is extremely common on the surface.
Ooh, what's this? Alright. Maybe this will do better than our, our fire axe. Just go around saw-blading people to the face. Alright. A man in a suit. A rather well-kept suit. The post-apocalyptic surface is much like a prison. As soon as you arrive, you want to establish your dominance by brutally murdering the first person you encounter.
A long, long time ago, in a cave hidden under the castle, lived a small dragon, no larger than a man, but able to fly and breathe fire. Each night the dragon flew out of his cave, and flying around the kingdom, he stole treasures, gold, precious gems, even expensive clothes.
Don't look now, but there's a man watching us from outside.
For his heart was so black that he didn't hesitate to take away the last penny from a poor widow. One night the dragon went out once again to plunder in the darkness of the night. As always, he stood outside his cave, straightened his wings, and took off into the sky. Yet he didn't know that this night people prepared spears and crossbows, determined to kill the dragon, 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 to kill.
I guess we broke it. Is that guy gonna come in? No? There we go. Skates towards us. Sir? Well, that's cool. Let's just murder everyone else, I guess. That door is not actually attached to anything. This is just a dead end. Are we sure this is post-apocalyptic Poland and not just Poland? No, that's kind of harsh. Poland's actually not that bad of a place. Huh. That man we killed seemed to have turned into a heartbeat. Is there not somewhere we can go from in here? I guess we might have to whip out our journal thing. Alright, it wants us to go towards the unopenable gate. There's probably something over here, maybe. Can I not just shoot the lock out? Yes, yes I can. I didn't even see the lock. Here's Tokaj. Man, there are a lot of business suits on the surface. I guess if you're gonna scavenge on the torn up world, you could at least steal the nice looking clothes first. Even if everyone seems to all be wearing the same suit now. Alright, so here's a newspaper from before the fall. The Afterfall. Wait, what?
What's he doing? Stop him!
Turning that wheel. Only we're allowed to turn that wheel. Ow, ow. Get out of here, street hoodlum. This pistol is not very good. There doesn't actually seem to be a good reason for why we're being attacked. Maybe they could tell that we're different because of our silly underground suit. I mean, that one guy did say go back to the hole you came out of, so I don't know if he was implying that he knew we came from a shelter, or if he just was, you know, a generic hole. Alright, we got an axe, but not a firefighter's axe. This is just like a hatchet. Rather heavy looking hatchet, but oh well. You know what they say, everything's big in Poland. Texas. Huh. Now we can fit under here. Seems a little unfortunate these guys fight identically to the crazies underground. Despite the fact that they do seem capable of speech and everything. And therefore intelligence. I've also really noticed that there are only, despite all of the different melee weapons, there are only really two melee weapons. The heavy one and the not heavy one. There's a broom. Seems that people on the surface have developed rather tough skulls that can take 3 bullets. Now I hear multiple heartbeats coming from the ground. Explosive barrels! What? I turned around to start shooting and then just aimed at the wall. What? Oh. I hit the wrong key. I guess there's a quick time to shoot the people shooting you? Where are we? We're back here. Come on, climb up the box. Good boy.
Kill him!
Okay, now I'm stuck between 2 of them. This is bad. Can't hit me, I have invincibility frames. Alright, so let's go grab this ammo before we get into that QTE again. I wasn't sure if I had to actually like aim and shoot or something there because it just sort of slowed down and we pointed backwards. I guess I fucked it up by pressing a key before we had the option to press a key. Oh, so he runs automatically. I don't even have to do anything here. Alright, so we've escaped their cunning van plan. Okay. Apparently the darkness has shut this door.
Do you feel lonely or down, depressed? Our little session can offer you a perfect solution. Tag!
Oh my god, he almost had a face.
Since the dawn of civilization, people have sought out a way to release all of their suppressed emotions and feelings in a socially acceptable way. Anger, boredom, frustration, annoyance, grief, fear, pain. So they play games, violent and aggressive ones full of primal joy. At the same time, they were able to let off steam and have tons of fun. You see, stress can only be released in the form of violent behavior. Let us leave our worries of our daily lives behind. Let us find some joy in this dark and gloomy world. Whether you like it or not, you're in for some tag.
Maybe not the best time for him to start checking out his gun.
Since the dawn of civilization, people have sought out a way to release all of... Since the dawn of civilization, people have sought out a way... Since the dawn of civilization, people have sought out a way to release all of their suppressed emotions and feelings. Since the dawn of civilization, people have sought out a way to... Since the dawn of civilization...
tag. What? No! Oh, crap. Whew.
I like how Albert's not really questioning any of this, not making any sense.
The things the Colonel told me. He said you're dangerous, and that you have to be stopped.
This time he won't get away.
Tag. Well, that wasn't very nice. We just kind of murdered those guys for having a barbecue. Metal sheet axe. Alright, back to this. I managed to shoot after we already failed.
The things the Colonel told me. He said you're dangerous, and that you have to be stopped.
After some consideration, I'd probably agree with Katarina. We are pretty dangerous. I have a feeling that these running sections are going to become more common. Well, dealt with that.
It's probably not the best moment for such considerations, but I just had a forced session with one of the most interesting patients in my career. The Saboteur from Glory not only managed to get out before everything went to hell, but he has followed me all over the surface ever since. It looks like a typical case of hypomania, an obsession with a particular person. In this case, the therapist. I remember his voice from the shelter, a session not long ago. I'd have noticed odd behavior back then, so his deterioration must have been rapid and recent. Curious that he justifies his actions with the necessity for social transformation in the shelter. With destruction, he brought change, which I, as a scientist, would have never been able to bring. Not too subtle, but efficient. Yet the price was too high, and there's one major flaw with his plan. In the shelter, there's no one left to change now. Idiot.
Not really sure who we're recording these logs to anymore. Oh, okay. Just hit a chapter end there. And we're also apparently afraid of people. Alright, so there's a Mad Max ass-looking guy over there with the tire strapped to his shoulder. But we're going to save our little chat with him for next time. So, that'll do it for episode 8 of Let's Play Afterfall InSanity Extended Edition. things are looking pretty different on the surface than they perhaps were originally going to be. These guys look like they're probably actually going to talk to us, so that's a change. And things might get interesting, things might get worse. Who knows? I've been Shadefire, and I'll see you all on the other side.